Today we have Mr. Aniruddha Mehta, Head of Information Technology from Prince Pipes and Fittings. A very warm welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me, Urvi.
We are glad to have you at CXO TV.
My pleasure.
Sir, could you please introduce yourself a little bit more for our CXO TV audience?
So, I'm Aniruddha Mehta. I had Prince Pipes and Fittings, and I had IT for them. In terms of my overall experience, I've got 17 plus years of experience in the industry, various domains, manufacturing, finance, banking, and now again back to core manufacturing. Also, manufacturing previously was catering to pharma. In terms of my personal life, I have a beautiful family. I have a 5-year-old son. My wife is also an IT professional, and my mother stays with us.
So, as a head of information technology, what are some of the key technology trends and advancements that you believe will shape the future of the manufacturing industry?
See, the manufacturing industry today is changing drastically in terms of technology as well as in terms of the core manufacturing processes. You know, with the likes of 3D manufacturing coming in, we also, are into that situation or that, era where the way manufacturing is going to happen is also going to change. So, from a traditional manufacturing, which can be probably an extrusion or injection molding, people may move on to a 3D manufacturing, which will be much more customized. That depends on the product. I'm not saying for every product, but yes, uh, there are a lot of changes in that technology also. With that, the information systems will also need to improve and gather pace. Now, the augmentation which is done by the information systems for these manufacturing sectors to grow or support the manufacturing sectors is specifically in lines of RPA, which started off, which is pretty much mature right now, and is giving in a lot of data. With RPA maturing, what sits on top of RPA is machine learning, and a lot of learning is gathering with the bots, picking up a lot of data. And beyond that, now we see AI coming in. You see the amount of AI, you and me are using. So we can understand how much would AI impact manufacturing and business in the future. And with all these things, IIoT and edge computing was always there. I feel edge and IIoT will change the way manufacturing industries process, because where we were going towards a centralized infrastructure in terms of technology and everything. Today we are at a situation where we are getting into a proper localized infrastructure, which will give me a strong compute as well as network and security.
So, how are the how are the organizations leveraging these technologies to enhance its operation and deliver value to the customers?
See, there are different organizations taking this in a different manner. See, because being a manufacturing organization, also within India, almost the manufacturing organization within India are traditional manufacturing organizations. Now, in terms of adopting technology, in terms of implementing technology, one of the challenges are the current lines and current technology uh, uh, systems or the manufacturing machine which are already available or which the companies have already invested in. Now, to change the complete manufacturing line or the manufacturing machine is not an easy task. So this will happen over a period of time. And with this, companies are, being very, taking knowledgeable and intelligent decision in terms of making sure that they get in technology, making sure that what they are going to set up will support AI, will support IIoT, will support 5G, will support edge, which will support high-end computing. Now, this is all which is coming in. And why do they need it? Simple. I need real time data. I need my customer data. I need, a simple supply chain which you are getting today when you order something from Amazon or Flipkart is what your customer also in terms of a manufacturing industry would expect, that when is my dispatch happening, where is my truck reached, or where is my stock reached, and by what date or what time would it reach me, which is very very easy or important for us to work and get it done. So these are something which we are using in day to day life, but companies are now picking them up in using technology to make things easier, which is not only helping the customer, creating a customer experience, but also helping industry to track out various bottlenecks, uh, track out various gaps, and also improve processes.
So we see a lot of digital transformations happening, and industries and organizations are prioritizing that. Can you
Yes.
share the insight which the organizations, especially in sector of manufacturing, is embracing digitalization to streamline the process as well as improve the productivity, drive innovation across the company?
So, see, one thing which I see over here is there are two types of digitization which are taking place today. One is legacy organizations or legacy companies which are moving from a legacy system and traditional, migrating from a traditional IT infrastructure to the latest tech, or making their platform very strong, which can be scalable and adaptable and flexible enough to pick in or get in your latest tech, which is which is one of the important things. Second, what I see over here is the native digital companies, or the guys who started off on the cloud, or who started off as an app, are now going on to a different level to use data in a very constructive manner to bring about change in terms of process improvement, cost optimization, time optimization, and creating a great customer experience.
So, what are the challenges you face and lessons learned along the way?
See, challenges are a lot. Uh, Challenges are also, one is the pace at which technology is changing. Very frankly speaking, at some point of time, when we started off, and I specifically started off my career, it was much more easier to know what technologies are around. Today is a situation is, to get an exposure to all the technology is also a difficult task. Say 10 years or 15 years ago, none of us thought about security. Today, security is a big thing. With technology coming in, that risk is also growing up. How many of us thought when we started off our careers saying that we will need to have a clear security domain, or invest as much as in technology and an equal amount in security to make sure your data is protected and safe with the IoTs of the world, the clouds of the world? A lot of these things are coming in and changing. Yes, although they have matured, things are at a very good situation right now. But when we started off our careers, that time it was more of a coding and application, a web based or a VB based or a Fox Pro based development which we were working on. Today, these things are changing. Now, the challenging thing is to keep up the pace with technology, which I always say. And I have one simple line which I had heard somewhere: change before the change changes itself, which is very, very difficult. So that's a major challenge everybody will face, because you can't keep up the pace with technology. You can't even invest in every technology which is there in the market. So to be sure, as in what will be an optimum fit for your organization, and make sure that that is implemented in the right way to fit your organization and serve the need, is going to be very, very challenging.
Okay, so we see COVID has changed our lives completely, and so did it to the industries globally. So, how has the organizations navigated the challenges posed by the pandemic, particularly in terms of ensuring businesses as well as adopting the remote work environments?
See, one thing, what, when COVID hit us, none of us were sure what has hit us and what is actually happening. And everything came on to a halt. The first target for anybody was survival. Beyond that, the next thought process. So if you actually go to see, when COVID hit us, we were all in that Maslow's triangle at the lowest level. Uh, you know, making sure that we have our necessities right. That's what organizations also did. Although making sure that my base is right and my organization is continuously operating. Because, a couple of challenges with which hit manufacturing companies are, if your machines and your plants are shut down, the maintenance hits you much more harder than the working side. So, they had to make sure that those things are on. Beyond that, once things started coming up slowly, there were a lot of different challenges which came in terms of availability of raw material, availability of people, availability of time, and that quality to say the manufacturing is on. Because I cannot sit remotely and work on a manufacturing machine. If I need to do some loading, I have to do some loading. If the truck comes in and I have to load a truck with my finished goods or unload a truck filled with raw materials, I have to do it. I don't have a choice over there. So those things were there. Yes, we learned to work with minimal staff. We learned to work with rotating shifts in a different manner. We also learned to optimize processes to make sure minimal human interaction is there in a lot of processes. What I see right now is, in COVID, we took an extreme step. Right now, what I see in terms of remote working, in terms of work from home, in terms of, having process-based infrastructure within every organization, what I see is in COVID, we took a drastic step to say that it has to be at the least in terms of human interaction. Now we are maturing as every industry is maturing, saying what percentage can be outside or work from home or stay away and work, what percentage needs to be inside, and how can I optimize this kind of resources. What am I also getting a benefit? I was working with a pharma company during COVID, and we never had work from home because we were the frontliners kind of a thing, manufacturing azithromycin. So that was never there as a work from home kind of a situation. But when I see today, these companies also, without being forced to work from home, they are also thinking in those lines to say, how do I make sure I have a right fit of employees? Some work from home, some work at office. Also, the best part is a lot of organizations realize that I can hire talent from any part of the world and anywhere on the globe, which is giving the best of talent sitting at their comfort and working for me.
So, are there any long-lasting challenges or changes that have emerged from this experience that we have during COVID?
So one of the major long-lasting challenges which I face is every interview I get a question saying, "Do you have work from home?" And I think that is here to stay. We will have to develop that policy. We will have to create that environment. We will have to create that maturity. That work from home has started. People are working. But that angle, that maturity, that deliverables, those things are still not coming to the system. I don't say that, you have to measure the deliverables, so I don't trust my employees who are working from home. But my point is, today people who are working from home, and I still see, in their lunch break also, they have their laptops aside on the same table where they're having lunch. When they're having their afternoon tea or some snack, they are having. So that socializing break which you get at office when you just walk up from your seat and talk to a colleague is not happening, which is very, very important. And see, such things where you got to socialize with people, where you got to speak to people, sharing of ideas, is going to be very, very important. And that balance which companies are getting in, I'm seeing a lot of organizations doing that and creating that kind of a situation where 2 days mandatory work or 3 days mandatory office, 2 days from home. They are doing a mixture of all those things. So things are getting easier. Let's see.
We are more following the hybrid model as of now.
Yeah. Yes.
So, can you share some initiatives or achievements in terms of reducing the environmental impact and promoting responsible manufacturing?
See, that is one thing which is really, really, coming on. And this is going to happen, more and more, because the way environment is getting impacted and the way environment is in turn impacting us is really, really serious now. And everybody needs to start taking that, very, very seriously. Organizations are surely taking it. Organizations are us also are creating departments or creating that knowledge base to make sure sustainability is the next major target which we create for ourselves internally, follow and achieve. Also creating roadmaps within various departments in terms of how do we touch on the sustainability points, because various departments, they will have different sustainability points. It can be as simple as reducing the paper footprint or the carbon footprint by reducing printing within the organization, and making sure you reduce those prints drastically within the organization. So those things are definitely there. Uh, then coming on to manufacturing, making sure reduce wastage, recycling as much as you can. So yeah, we are looking into these areas, but I think these are really new now, getting introduced. There's a majority which is coming in, and all of us will learn a lot. It's a long way to go.
Yeah, definitely.
Although it will be fast paced, but yes, a long way to go.
So, in terms of innovation, we see that innovation is something that is driving force behind any growth and competitiveness. So, how
Yes.
does organizations foster a culture of innovation within the organization? And if you could provide some examples of innovative projects or collaborations that you have that resulted in a significant advancement or improved the customer's experiences.
See, I'll give you one simple example. This is one example which I use, and it's really something where I personally learned. Uh, is have you heard of MyGate? MyGate application, which is there in every society these days. So MyGate basically is with your security guard. If somebody comes into your society, your security guard raises a request on MyGate. Your request comes onto your phone, and you approve it, and that goes ahead and it works in your favor, kind of thing, because it's much more easier to know who's at your gate rather than creating that phone call and it's on your phone. So even if you're not at home and you want to give some specific instructions to the courier boy or the post guy or somebody like that, it gets much more easier for you to do that via your phone and all that stuff. What we thought initially was MyGate was the specific purpose, or the mission was of MyGate was to create uh, a secure infrastructure for housing societies. But what we've learned over a period of the last 3 or 4 years is that MyGate has actually tied up with the Amazon or the Zomatos or the Zeptos of the world to tell them that we will reduce our delivery time by 20% within our society. Because they, whenever you order from Amazon or a Zepto or an Ola cab or an Uber, they clearly tell you to approve something prior, saying this guy is already coming and you know it. So when you approve it, that guy does not have to stand on the gate on the queue. He gets a direct entry inside. So that reduces the time of delivery or time of approach or time of actual transaction. Further, there is a lot of data in terms of where does Amazon go stronger, where does Flipkart go stronger, or where does Nykaa go stronger, and which areas can you push in more of business. This is purely coming in from data which is there in MyGate. Imagine the power of data which is being used and in which direction which is being used. The app was actually what was understood for something else, but it is actually the core idea or the core innovation in the app was data. And the amount of data it had gathered is is a humongous gain for everybody or the complete ecosystem. And everybody within the ecosystem is a customer. So that is innovation. And I think every organization, every company, even our organization is looking at these kind of innovations to make sure that we expand our business, we bring in newness, and the USP remains.
So, could you please let us know some of the tech focus areas and priorities over the next 2 to 3 years that we are going to see?
Tech focus areas. One is definitely your what do you say, AI, or the conversational AI which you have, which is definitely going to and India has witnessed a rapid growth in conversational AI. And what I see right now as a change which is happening right now is using conversational AI in customer experience or revolutionizing customer service. So, for example, when you enhance your customer experience, you say conversational AI is revolutionizing customer service by providing businesses with an ability to offer personalized and efficient support to their customers. In likes of chatbots and virtual assistants being there on every website, every mobile app, every social media platform, who's there to talk to you to offer tailored solution and enhancing your overall experience. It's simple. When you go to a e-commerce site and you want to you want to inquire about a product, you just put in your query and you can retrieve accurate information about the product, the availability, the options, the other alternatives, the purchase process, and it gets completely seamless for you. How easy and great is that? uh Another thing is, with this there is a 24/7 availability. Then there is a multilingual support which gets easy. Then there is, with all these things, when there is a lot of chatbot interaction which happens, it is a very structured communication which is happening. So customer pain points, your frequently asked questions, your preferences, your businesses can identify patterns, optimize products and services, and also proactively address customer concerns. So what does this all do is, give you a lot of data. So what I see is conversational AI is going to revolutionize customer service for sure in the next 2 to 3 years.
Thank you, sir. With this, we come to the end of this session. Thank you so much for joining CXCTV and sharing such insightful knowledge with us.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for having me over. Pleasure is mine.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.